Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is going to be based on this flap part, this gusset part. So in case you want to sew white garment or you want to sew normal outfit and you don't know how to place this gusset, so just follow this process. And if you're interested in other videos too, just watch this particular video to the end. You'll see the link on the end screen. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and share.
So I open this fabric up like this. I'll be folding it as if you're folding like a blouse. So I folded it into two like this, then folded it into four like this. So I'm just using like a small piece of fabric because I'm not doing like a full cloth. I'm just doing the armpit part. So that's just what this tutorial is based on. Okay, so guys, let's just assume that this is like the full length, which is full length of the blouse, which is 21 inches. Or if you are doing a gown, you can do like just full length. So but I'm using a short piece of fabric, so I'm going to be using 21 as the full length. Then this wideness, I'll be using 38 inches for the person's wideness. 38 inches is 9.5. That's divided into 4 because I folded this fabric into 4 places. That's why I'm dividing it into 4. So plus 1 inch, which is 10.5 inches. So I'm adding like that 1 inch for the sewing allowance for the side. So if you are using, maybe the person's chest is 44 inches, you can do 11 inches. That's 44 divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So you'll be cutting out, you'll be folding the cloth into 12 inches. I hope you get that. So now I'm using 38 inches, which is 9.5 plus 1, that is 10.5 inches that I have here. So the 38 inches divided by 6 plus 2 is going to give me this armhole. 38 inches, which is the chest measurement, divided by 6 plus 2 will give me the armhole. So when I divided 38 divided by 6, it gave me like around 6.5. Gave me 6.5. So that's 6.5. I'll add 2 inches to it. So that will be 8.5. So that means I'll be using 8.5 inches for the armhole. So if you are using like 44 for the wideness, that means divided by 6 is going to give you around 7.5. So you have to add 2 inches, then that will be 9.5 inches. I hope you get. So that means this part is going to be the neck measurement. So we are not working on the neck measurements. What we are working on is only this armhole part. But I'll be notching this place so that I'll know the middle parts. Okay, so let me just cut this out. So the good thing about this is that you won't measure the shoulder point. It's going to be like normal length with the side. So that's how this is going to be. So no need to measure out the shoulder part. Okay, so I'm going to notch this part. I'm also going to notch where the armhole is going to stop. So this armhole part, I'll be adding ½ inch to it. So this ½ inch, I won't be sewing all the way to this ½ inch. This is where the sewing is going to stop. But I'm going to add extra ½ inch to it. You understand that part? So I'll be notching that extra ½ inch that I added. So let me just cut out the sleeve. So I'll be cutting out like one sleeve. So this is going to serve as the sleeve. So of course, obviously, you're going to be doing your normal length of sleeve. If it's 21, you cut it out the normal 21. Just measure from here to here, add your sewing allowance. So mine, let's just say mine is 9 inches. So I'm adding 1 inch sewing allowance, which is 10 inches. So let's use this as the sleeve measurement. So remember, in this side, on the fabric, on the main clothes, I added 1 inch. So that's 9 inches, right? Oh, so that's 9. So that will be 9 inches. So the 9 inches now, I'll be cutting it out on this too. So this is the 9 inches here. So I'll cut this out too. So this is the 9 inches I just cut out. So I'll just notch this middle part. Okay. So this is the wideness of the sleeve, why this is the length of the sleeve. So if you want yours to be longer, like I said earlier, you can add to it and make it longer. This is just based on how to get this gusset. So I'll open this up like this, then open the sleeve too up. Okay, so this is the part that I notched. So you can see I'm just going to place it on each other. So I'll be starting my sewing. You know, I measured ½ inch before this part that I notched. So I'm just going to starting my sewing from that ½ inch all the way and stop at this ½ inch too. So everything I'm going to be sewing is going to start from here and end here. It's not going to start from the tip. Make sure you leave that ½ inch by the two sides. Okay, so let me just pin that down so that it stays in place. So they're having something like this, then extra ½ inch by the sides here. Okay, so the gusset, that's the flap part that I'll be cutting out now. I'm going to like measure it out. Okay, so I'm making the wideness of the flap 2½ inches. So I'm just comfortable with that 2½ inches. That is why I use it. If I use more than 2½ inches, it stays like, becomes like very wide, so an excess. So I just normally use 2½ inches. Okay, so that's just it. So I'm just going to cut out like a square shape. So I'm cutting out like a square shape. So I'm cutting out two. Now that we are, our sleeve is two, so we are cutting out two sleeve and two of this. But because I want to do a tutorial on only one part, that is why I'm cutting out one part. So if you are cutting out your own, make sure you cut out two of this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and sew this one. Then I'll come back and tell you how you're going to fix it. So I just sewed it down now. I'm using a color thread so that it will be very obvious. Okay, so I just sewed it down. You can see that I didn't sew it all the way through. So I'll just go ahead and open it up like this. Okay, I'll open it up. Then I'll place this on this sleeve part like this. I hope it's obvious. So I'll just place this on this sleeve part. So I'm going to be sewing ½ inch. Let me chalk that. So it's going to like be like this. So I'll be placing this on this. So it's going to like have extra ½ inch too. So I'll place it front facing front on this. So it's going to come out like extra ½ inch more than this joining. So it's going to come out ½ inch more than this joining. So I'll be placing it on this. Then I'll sew it too. Like I'll sew it like from here to here. I'll sew it this side. So make sure whatever you're sewing, it starts from here. I'll sew it all the way here. I hope you get it. So I'll first sew it on the sleeve before I sew it on the clothes, on the main fabric. I'm just going to sew it like this and come back. So I won't sew it all the way through. I'll also leave ½ inch here too. So guys, I've sewed that too. I sewed it like, this is the sleeve part. So I sewed it like a box. So this part is like coming out more than it should. So make sure it doesn't look like this because it's going to, I don't know how to explain this. It's going to pull it together. It will not stay firmly. So just make sure when you are sewing it, I'll lose it to this point. So it has to be like a box. It must not have this extra sewing on the side, which is the mistake I did. So in case you do the same mistake, please lose it. And make sure it goes like this. It goes like this. I hope this is obvious. So after I'm done with that, what I'll do is also sew it on this side too. So I'll be sewing it on this side too. Okay, so I'll just sew like a straight and leave half inch, just like I did here too. I'll be leaving half inch. I won't sew it through. Okay, so guys, I just finished sewing it. So I sewed it from here. I just sewed it from here to this place. So once I open it up, I'll have something like this. So this is what I'll have once I open it up. Then next thing I'll do is I'll bring it like this. I'll just close it up. Then I'll take it like this. So we're having something like this. So I'll just go ahead and do the same process. I'm just going to like place it half inch, then sew it all the way to this place. I'm going to like sew it half inch to this part. So let me just explain that part again. So now it's going to look like a triangle. It's going to look like this. So I'm just going to take it like half inch before. I'm going to like sew it down too. I'll be sewing like, and I'll come back. Okay, so I'll just be sewing. This part is, so I'll be sewing from this part to this place. Okay, so once I'm done with that, this is the one I just finished sewing now. Once I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and sew this last one. So you can see that it's already 4 minutes already. Just go ahead and sew this last one straight here. So after I'm done with all the sewing, I'll have something like this. So this is how it's going to look like. Then this is how the face is going to look like. So this is how it's going to look like. Then, so now we can see that we have an open sleeve and we have an open side. So I'll just go ahead and sew this open sleeve. I'll just join it together like this and sew it. So I also do this thing too and sew it straight down. So this is the finished look on the inside. So this is what I have. This is the sleeve, whilst this is the side. So this is what it's looking like on the inside. So let me bring it to the front part. So this is what I have on the outside parts. So that's it, guys. So you can see that it's looking neat even without ironing. It's coming out really nice. So that's just it, guys, for this tutorial.